learning that can be done online. So what I will be covering today are what is student collaboration, why it is important and how it can be done, and what are the benefits of it, and what are the tools that are there which can be used for free, so that students can do collaborative peer-to-peer assignments together, and how teachers can be benefited from this as well, so that the whole quality and the curiosity is present. So coming to the what and why, like what and what is it about, and what student collaboration is actually about, how student collaborative learning can be done. It is basically a peer-to-peer learning instead of a single direction from teachers to student. Instead of that, there is a peer-to-peer where students are divided into multiple groups, and the assignments are done together. And the before the assignment itself, there is a lot of discussion and design planning, and after that the conclusion is done. So that's how peer-to-peer collaboration is done, how exchange of ideas take place. And that is what student collaboration is about. Basically, instead of having one particular head of a particular class or a session, there will be 2 3 people or a group of students who are responsible for a particular assignment or a particular topic, and they will exchange ideas with their respective group, and they accumulate them together, and they come to a conclusion together without while valuing everyone's opinion in the team. So that is very important when it comes to collaboration and peer-to-peer learning. And coming to the next topic, why it is important and why it should be done. So as you all know, instead of standard or conventional learning method, in student collaboration or peer-to-peer learning, basically there will be a lot of exchange of ideas. Students will be able to talk to each other. The initial phases of the approach will be different now, because they have to consider everyone in the group. So there will be exchange of ideas, so that some might be conflicting, some might be constructive, but overall they come together, and they they have to come together, and they have to submit an assignment or a project or anything uh, uh, with a common idea. So first there will be an exchange of ideas, and and there will be a different ideas, and so that leads to a creative approach to a problem. So there won't be a single person deciding this is that, but different opinions and different perspectives are taken into account, and that leads to a creative ways to approach problems, and it leads to better problem solving. And obviously communication is very important these days, and communication happens when there's a peer-to-peer learning, because you have to be able to uh, clearly showcase your idea to other people. You have to be able to present it to them. You have to be able to make them understand. You have to persuade other team members, so that they try to think in your point of view, which is a very good skill to have. And confidence, when you talk with different people and come to a particular idea, come to a particular conclusion, and then there will be an inbuilt confidence amongst yourselves that, okay, I can do this, I can even do that later in real life. So when I'm working on a much larger problem, a very real world problem, so that's very good. Team working skills, obviously team working skills will be built. You'll be able to manage different things, you'll be able to allocate different resources, you'll be able to divide tasks and everything else. And drive to learn more. uh, Sometimes self-driven motivation may be an issue for a student. So having a peer-to-peer learning environment will drive the learning curiosity and learning learning habit a lot more, and that will lead to a better outcome. And there will be a competitive nature between peer-to-peer. Everyone tries their best to make the best solution to the problem. They try to exchange ideas, they try to come with a better solution than their that leads to a more friendly competitive nature, which leads to better solution or better quality and better approach, and higher level thinking. So if a problem, if a solution is done by a single person, there will be a very narrow vision towards it. He or she will only be thinking about in their perspective, instead of all the stakeholders, and how they might not consider all the scenarios, all the use cases of the solution. So this leads to a higher level thinking. and later on when they join other team, they'll try their best to uh, see if all these criteria are met, so that this gives them a broader vision of how to approach a problem, and don't only consider their approach to it, but see how all the people, all the stakeholders involved in the solution will get benefited out of it. And self management, peer-to-peer learning takes a lot more than anything done in by an individual, because peer-to-peer learning requires a lot of management, a lot of resource sharing, uh, a lot of communication, a lot of arguments as well. So to manage them, manage them properly, that requires self-management skills and leadership skills. So if you are able to lead a particular group of people who have different opinions and different approaches, and you are able to persuade them to think in your particular idea, or in your particular way of approach, that would be a very good skill to have. Uh, that would help in having acquiring leadership skills, which will be later useful. So instead of learning only the curriculum or a course, there will be a lot of hidden skills that they'll learn through student collaboration, or basically peer-to-peer learning. And how it can be done. Presently, coming to our scenarios, starting it early in the initial phases of a semester or a particular term will definitely help in directly. When in the beginning, students will try their best to grow, try their best to learn new things. They have that initial curiosity. So if you try to do it in the beginning of the semester itself, people will be more hooked on it, and they will try their best to complete it through the end. And you have to attain you have to make certain ground rules that have to be followed, certain code of conduct that everyone in a group or everyone in a team must follow. And you have to explain them and how it is done, how they're graded based on that, how opinions are mattered, and how peer to peer and collaboration is very important. And then you have to at the end you have to create some self-reflection techniques, so that they will know uh, where they are lacking, and how they can get better. Incorporate different self-assessment and peer assessment uh, peer assessment learning methods for group members, and how to evaluate on their own, and how to evaluate their friends or their fellow students. This will definitely help in later stage of life. So one will have self criticism before going forward, and having that angle is very important. And if you can inculcate these different things, have basically starting in the LD semester, creating some ground rules, explaining them how they'll be graded, and how inculcate some self reflection techniques, and then incorporate some self assessment or peer assessment assignments to them. This will definitely is a good approach to inculcate student collaboration and peer-to-peer learning. So basically, now I covered why student collaboration is important, and how it can be done, and what it actually means. So now those are basically the theory components. As you are experienced, you can inculcate based on your curriculum flexibility. But now I'll be talking in a more practical approach, and I'll be sharing some tools which can be used so that different student collaborations can be done, how small student communities can be formed, how they can work towards a problem together and build a solution together. These tools are covers different things. Basically, they blogging to forums to code sharing to taking a gamified version of learning. Different versions are there, different tools. So I'll be going through each one of them, and I'll be showing a small demo. All the links for each tool are present in the PPT. I will share the PDF later. But this is basically what I'm thinking of doing. So yeah, student collaboration tools. So first of all, I'll be talking a little bit about different sites for blogging, because blogging these days have become one of the mainstream ways to uh, collaborate between people. How they try to form little clubs or groups, and they try to blog and keep it in the internet, so that they can come back and try to use them later. So blogging is definitely one of the most important things. It improves written communication skills, and it also improves critical thinking. They have to put the number of words, and how they're going to publish their content in a more proper way. So these particular sites have communities in some, and also have tools to create your own blog. So there are 5 sites in total that I have kept here. That is sites.google.com. This is like similar to any other Google service that we use, that is Google Slides or Google Forms. Simply uh, it is a personal website for projects or for personal portfolio or for any reason. And yeah, I'll share the website. 1 minute. Okay, so this is a particular website for creating your own personal portfolio website. So you can keep your logo here, and anything that you can think of, and you can create a here, you can create a headline here, you can create your work that you can show here, and it is very editable and customizable. You can add colors, you can add text. It is similar to Google Forms or Google Sheets or anything, but it's simply a website so that others can access your website. And when you click publish here, it will create a unique URL where you'll add a particular username or a particular handle to this website, and then it can be used. And all these websites are useful for can be done in can be seen in mobile phones and any form of display. So if you edit it properly, and this is a preview of it, but if you edit it properly, you will see it can easily scale to any mobile, any computer, and it is a neat way to show your project or your personal portfolio. This is how students can share their project details. This is a portfolio website, but there is a project website, and students can collaborate on this. If the link is shared, they can come together and write blogs together, and share what they have learned with the world. And there's a little comment section where they can add all these. They can discuss what they have learned and how it is important. You can embed as many pages, as many themes, uh, as many uh, as many widgets as necessary. And this is very editable, and you can add wherever you want, however you want, based on your requirement. But this is one example. This is a neat way and easy way to create a website very fastly and very easily without writing any code or relying on anything else. This is a full-fledged website, has a home, about, project page, everything that is required. So if a student or group of students worked it together, they can write a project together and they can publish it. As you can see, this little button here, this is used for adding different people, similar to any other Google service. So students can add other students, and they can collaborate together, and they can write different blogs together. This is a newly formed website which can be used for your basic requirements. And yeah, this is one example. Let me show you some other as well. Mm, 1 second. Okay. So these are some other examples of blogging websites which can be used for as per your requirement. One is medium.com. This is a storytelling website where you can publish your stories, and any articles that you can relate of. This can be used for any daily purpose articles or any specific articles. And there are major publishers in this website as well. So if your article is good enough, if a students or a teachers, any particular, it is it has very high quality content, so students also can monetize it and they can earn through it, or they can publish it in well versed publications like towards data science, or any major publications which will reach to millions of people within minutes. So if your content is high quality and if it is accessible, it will reach to millions of users right away using this platform. There are many communities in here based on your interest, and you can explore different, you can explore different areas, you can read them, you can understand how they're working and how they can be used. And that is one thing about Medium. Coming to hash node, this is another particular blogging website, but it is very much focused to coding, or how should I put it, a coding, or basically technology development community. Everything is related to development, coding, and communities, coding communities. So if anybody is very much interested in writing only particular coding or development or anything related to that, they can go to this website. It's called hashnode.com. It has become very popular these days, and all of the top contributors or top coders around the world class coders are here. So Quincy Larson, one of the best coding committee members, founder of Free Code Camp, is also present here. So I would suggest, if anybody wants to do anything development focused or something like that, I really highly recommend this website, hashnode.com. Medium and Google sites are for personal, or they're mixed of personal and they're mixed of everything. Basically anything that you can think of comes under these websites. And Medium is also paid. Some articles can only be seen if you're paid, if you pay for them. So that's some restriction here, but you can publish as many articles as you want for free. But if the article is a paid version, you have to pay for that. And Google website is like a personal blogging website. It can be used for blogs, portfolios, or anything. Medium is for general purpose. Hashnode is for a very specific purpose. You only use it for your particular development need or anything like that. So if you can go to explore, so you don't have to log in to read anything. You can just uh, see what top coders are doing around the world, how you can learn with them, and you can follow them, and you can talk with them, and you can see what is going on, how it is done. So there are different ways, and this is definitely one of the best websites. As you can see, there's some advice, there is some tutorials, and all the latest technologies are discussed here. And if a student or a teacher, anyone who's interested in exploring this, it is a very good platform. And this is free. You can start your website for free, you can start your blogging here for free. It doesn't cost anything. So this is another blogging slash development community that I wanted to talk about. And coming to the last one, this is DevTot 2. This is similar to Hashnode, but this is more like a community or social media for developers, or engineering students, or engineering software engineers, anyone who wants to learn different things, who wants to explore cybersecurity, uh, any particular technology that you can think of. You can access it here. There are around half a million developers here who publish content regularly. So it's a social media slash blogging. You can create posts here, or you can blog here, you can talk to people here, you can do anything. So you can see what different posts that are present here and how they are useful for students or anyone. But this is also a particularly for development, or particularly for your technology needs. As I said, if you want any general purpose, Medium and Google sites are a best bet on that. And yeah, these are about blogs. Coming back to 1 second. Okay, coming back to this, like I said, WordPress is also something that I did not talk about. It is also a general purpose, customizable website or slash blogging platform, which is useful for sharing your content and being part of different communities, similar to Medium. And it has been there for a very long time. So that is also another thing that I wanted to share. So sure, another this I think this is the most important tool that I can think of, which is GitHub, and it is basically a software development or version control platform which hosts their code or their assignments or anything online. It has been few years back. It was purchased by Microsoft, so it is a highly used collaboration platform around the world. Different people in different time zones around the world use this platform to build software, build open source software, or build private or open source, but mostly open source software. And they try to share resources. They also have the opportunity to go back in history and correct their mistakes. That's where a version control comes into picture. So that's how different people can go back, and if they make any mistakes, they can come back and they can edit it easily. So a little bit of programming is required. This is not really only specific to software development. You can use it for any particular use that you can think of. For example, resource gathering, or you can create a repository where different resources are kept together by different people around the world. For example, if you want best tomato pictures around the world, everyone around the world creates a post a tomato picture there, and you can add it in your repository. So it's not only for a particular software development or anything. You can use it for any research use as well. For example, data collection as well. As per interest, if more people are interested in your project, and if you have a well documented project, many people will come together and help you with that. And let me show you this website as well, and what all features that it gives. So it gives a lots of features. So uh, that's something that I wanted to share. 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So this is GitHub. It is a one of the most widely used uh, version control platform for Git and everything. So you have to learn a little bit of Git, but after that it is very easy. So for example, what I'm showing now is a foundation called Metabolins Foundation. It is an open source community organization. So if you go to any of their particular repositories, for example, if I go to Picard, and if you go, there's a lot of code. There's around it is dated back to I don't know, maybe 10 years or 20 years. So this project has been there for 20 years, and still it is being updated to this day. If you see the latest 6 days ago, someone made some edits together. So it is a collaboration tool. So anybody around the world, students, faculty, anybody can come together for coding or non-coding purposes. Here this is a Picard is a coding Android coding sorry Android application. So yeah, this is something which can be used. This maintains quality, and if you want to scale it up to thousands of students or uh, thousands of how should I put it, thousands of communities, and if you want to share it with different people, and thus maintaining quantity and quality both, this is a very good platform to be in. As I said, there are around 2,300 people who are interested, so they start it. Starring it is a basically saying that okay, I'm interested in this particular repository, so I will start it and I'll come back to it later. Forking it is basically all this code, everything that is present here, you can fork it, or you can create a duplicate of it, and a local version of it is created. So you can edit, and then you can uh, add it to this particular main repository. So this site, or this particular what you're seeing here, is called a repository. So Basically, others will create a pull request to this repository to add or to create different uh, features, to add features, or to anything that is that they want to change. They can add it here, so students can come together and they can add, okay, I'm adding this particular tool here, I'm adding this particular content here, I'm adding this particular language here. So uh, talking in a small scale perspective, but this can be extended up to thousands of users. And there's particularly no limit here. All of the major corporations or any like having tens of thousands of employees use this particular tool. So having this collaboration mindset now itself helps a lot, which can be easily used and which can easily be extended later on. So this is another tool that I wanted to share. And there's this new feature on GitHub that is called code space. So you don't have to have a IDE to you don't have to have a IDE to actually run the code, or you don't have to have all the necessary packages or anything installed in your particular local machine. Everything can be done from website. So if you know Visual Studio Code, it is an IDE. So the new tool or uh, the new feature that is present here is basically you can run or you can share or you can do anything you want in online in your web browser without installing a single thing. All that you require is a good internet connection. So the terminal, everything that you can think of is present here. This is a Visual Studio instance that is running online, which can be used later on. So you don't have to save anything. Zero space is taken from your local machine. Everything is done literally online. So that is something that I wanted to share. So students don't have to have high quality machines having latest hardware, like having high memory space or anything like that. No such no such hard requirements are present for this particular tool. So this is called code spaces. It is a particular feature or new feature. Basically, it is very recent. It has come 2 weeks back. So I would highly suggest everyone to use this platform and explore this, because this will be used even more in the future. So anybody who wants to use or inculcate student collaboration and inculcate how international collaboration as well, this is a great platform to use. All the code, anything that you can think of in a very standard way, so that anyone can easily access it and understand it. So this is something that does the job. And you can even see the insights or anything that you can think of and how big this is. So you can see who all contributed, how they contributed, what did they contributed, when did they contributed, all the things related. So if you see contributors list, who are all contributed, so there will be a neat dashboard where you can see, okay, these many contributions are done in a particular day, these many people have contributed. So it also comes back to individual contribution. So mainly in group projects, what we can think is one student does everything and other people just add their name to it. But if you have a particular platform like this, you can clearly see, okay, this particular student has done this much contribution, this person did a lot of contribution, this person did. So you can grade accordingly. They also can easily self assess, okay, I'm doing a lot of things, I'm changing a lot of things. So uh, as you can see, these are our small contribution changes that they did. Some people did not do any contributions. So you can easily access or you can easily get this data without doing any external analysis or anything. And you can see how this project or how this community is present, their readme, the description. These are all in a very standard way. So anyone in the world uh, can access this and they can understand this layout very easily, because it is a very standard layout. Almost everyone around the world use the same layout. So that's something which is to be noted. And you can see how many commits are done per day or per week. And you can see, okay, how if a semester long project is given, you can say, okay, are they doing to do some continuous evaluation or to understand, okay, are they doing contributions every week, are they doing code changes every week, so every day or anything like that. You can see, okay, this they are doing consistently. If you see here, almost every week there are some kind of contributions, so you can tell, okay, this is a very actively maintained project, or they are working towards this project very actively, very frequently, very consistently. So for continuous evaluation, or for self assessment, for peer learning, these different parameters or different analysis ports will come into picture, and they'll be very handy to use, and they give a very clear format on how things are working. So yeah, GitHub is something that I highly recommend everyone to use. Metabrains is one small project. It's a big project, but it's very small part of GitHub. There's much more to GitHub than what I've shown you. So I clearly it's a very highly used platform nowadays. So if you are interested, or if you want to create projects and host it somewhere, this is a very easy place to start. It is free to use. You can use it for free up to a certain extent, and for educational purposes, or for basic requirements, this is more than sufficient. So GitHub is, yeah, I definitely would recommend GitHub. And yeah, coming back to our PT, yes, like I said, GitHub is something which is highly used, and uh, which can easily help in management or assessment or collaboration. Next I'm talking about messaging services, basically. So most of us mostly use WhatsApp, or mostly WhatsApp or emails for communication. But these days, there are much advanced tools which are very easy to use, and which have very high features, and which have inbuilt AI bots which can automate a lot of processes. For example, submitting assignments, or creating deadlines, or anything that you can think of. They have this inbuilt features in them. So, and they can be used for free for your personal requirements, or for small groups of 25. It can be used for free, and it gives a lot of features like inbuilt screen sharing. It has inbuilt mobile screen sharing. It has inbuilt video conferencing. It has bots in it, and you can create assignments together. You can talk together. You can also do assignments together, and it's an instant messaging services. So all other tools can be it has much more features, very advanced version. You can think it of as a very advanced version of WhatsApp. uh, we only know of WhatsApp groups, but this takes it to the next level, and that has a lot of features. Let me show you the functionality and how it is used, the basic layout and everything. Okay, so this is one particular community that I'm part of, but like I said, this is a very advanced version of WhatsApp. So there will be different channels, and for example, in this particular channel that we're in, that is blogging, there will be different blogging. So here people are telling their blogs and what they have shared. So as you can see, this person is using Hashnode, which I've talked to you before. So these are some very highly used and very high productivity platforms which can be used to create different communities and groups to inculcate good habits. Here you can see all the group members who are present, and what they're doing here. And if you want, you can create your own server, so as to say. So own server in the sense own group, or own how should I put it, own chat, or own particular assignment thing, which is what most of us require. So that is creating your own service. So it can be based on anything. So for gaming or for friends, but for our requirement is it is a study group, and for a club, it can be used for a club, or it can be used for your classmates or friends, and that's how it is done. So later you can create the name, and create a picture, like this. So here the server is called Coderplex community. So here there are many different technologies and many different channels where different people come together, they talk and they tell. And also in WhatsApp there is only one option, either it's online or it is not online. So that's another how should I put it, frustrating feature. So we don't know if the person is busy, or they don't want to talk, or they don't want to uh, are they free for chat and everything. So here, as you can see, there's a
Okay.
little dot beside everyone. As you can see, there is a little dot beside every picture. Green means they are available to chat. This moon thing is yellow color symbol means they are free to chat, or they're idle. And red dash means they are busy and they don't want to be disturbed right now. So these features come into handy, and you can easily react to each of these messages. So there's a little emoji feature. If you keep thumbs up, there will be little thumbs up emoji. So that's how you can easily show your support, or that's how we can easily add your value or feedback to particular things without replying to every single post that you can think of. This is something that is very useful. And yeah, I would suggest using this platform. It is free, like I said. You can create your own server, your own group, and there's a template to start from. So if you want to create for study group, there is a uh, pre-filled template with necessary channels and necessary tools already built, so you don't have to worry about a lot of things. Or if you want to create your own server with a lot of customization as per your requirement, you can create that as well. So yeah, this is another instant messaging or a collaborating tool for creating, how should I put it, for creating uh, a personal server, or for a personal project, or for personal uh, particular case study or a group. So yeah, this is about Discord. Coming back to the PPT. So there you go. This is about Discord. Like I said, all these features that I have said so far are useful for collaborating and coming up with tools. Sorry. Yeah. Moving on. Now, this is another tool, or how should I put it? Let's say it's similar to Discord. It's a messaging application as well, but this is more of a professional or very high or sophisticated version. This particular application has been recently acquired by Salesforce, so it is a very highly used application for workplaces or anywhere where productivity tasks, or any particular requirement is present. So Slack is another application similar to Discord. It also has a lot of functionalities, a lot of bots, and a lot of automation tools uh, that are present. So you can use it to create your own particular server. This also has similar features such as uh, personal how should I put it, personal server. There is no server concept here. It's basically a workspace. So each group or a workspace is present where you can chat and you can understand what is going on. It is as per your need. You can go for a Discord or Slack. Slack is basically a more professional or advanced version of Discord, but they both basically have same features. Let me show you the functionality of Slack as well to understand what is going on. So this is Slack. Particularly, I'm in a particular channel or a workspace. So here they're talking about different things and how they are useful, and how they can collaborate together. So again, it's similar to how should I put it? Discord. So you can check it out later. And coming back to our tool, this is similar to Discord, like I said. So this is another tool which is more of a professional, towards focused toward professional, or a very advanced version of it. And this is another interesting collaboration tool. It's not entirely a tool for collaboration, but a platform for collaboration. So these days, startups and entrepreneur spirit is high in demand. So even government and everyone are trying their best to inculcate entrepreneurial spirit in students and everyone present in the community. So right from their educational institutions itself, they are fostering this culture through Center of Innovation cells and many other initiatives. So I thought of sharing this as well, because this is a very highly regarded startup platform, international startup platform, which helps different startup founders or student founders, anyone you can think of, to come together, and they guide them, they collaborate with them, and they create very successful startups. So I thought of sharing this as well, because startups are in need right now. We require more and more startups. An interesting fact: recently, Google has invested in a lot of startups in India. So the startup culture is very bright in for future. Everyone is trying to create some kind of unique solutions to our problems present here. So let me show you their website and what basically is their structure and how you can approach and everything. So Y Combinator, the website is Y Combinator. Let me share it. Okay, so this is a particular part of Y Combinator. It is called Startup School, where future founders or students, it can be students, teachers, anybody. This is a free online program. It's for 6 weeks, 2 months, 1.5 months. So if you're interested, I have shared the link in the PDF, so you can enroll to this. So what it does basically is it has a weekly live video chat. So it basically has a weekly setup where different students or anyone, different individuals can come together, and they can see, okay, this is how a startup is built. This is how ideas are exchanged. This is how they can communicate with each other. This is how they can approach different funding, funding, funding or investors, anybody can think of. And they also give a lot of free resources to start these. As you can see, everyone requires digital resources. So AWS, Google Cloud Platform, DigitalOcean Platform, Stripe for payments, Brex, Segment, and a lot of more resources are given for free, so that particular student or any individual who wants to start up, who wants to create a solution with other similar minds, they can come to this platform and they can create startups for free. So it's a 6 month program. Sorry, it's a 6 week program. So everything that you can think of are uh, present here for building a startup. The statistics or everything. For example, recently DoorDash, it's a startup that has been started from this particular platform. So they started the this platform basically helped that startup to get started, and recently it has become public, and it is really big now. So like I said, this is a free and how should I put it, free resource to start up and to understand, okay, students can collaborate and they can build a startup. So if their project or if they have any idea in particular, they can come to this platform. They can share it with international investors, they can share it with international founders, and they can get some feedback. Okay, you can start here, you can invest here, you have to learn this particular skill and something like that. And they can take their idea, what they have come together, and they can actually use it, and they can actually build something, so that people can use it and they get benefited out of it. So yeah, this is another tool, not really a tool, a platform which I wanted to share, so that students or anybody can get benefited out of it. So one second, coming back to the presentation. Yeah. So this is called Y Combinator. Startup School is a part of Y Combinator. It's their initiative to help anybody to build a startup and to meet fellow startup founders or investors and anybody you can think of. So that is for student collaboration. It's another student or any collaboration platform to create a startup. And this is another interesting, very interesting tool. For example, for creating designs and for creating flowcharts or anything that you can think of, Lucid Chart is another interesting, and it's a very advanced tool which has a lot of features. It's a web-based application, so anybody can use it. They can store up to, I think, five diagrams online, and they can come back and edit it easily. So for they can collaborate together and build this. They can collaborate together and build a particular design that you can think of. So it's for revising or sharing or drawing or anything, charts and diagrams, anything that you can think of in terms of design perspective. So let me share this one as well, how it is, how it works and everything. One second. So yeah, this is the website. Basically, it gives you a dynamic web-based application. So you can share, you can create a flow chart, and you can add different notes here, and you can tell, okay, this is there's a flow chart or something you can think of. You can add here and you can share it with people. So anybody you can think of, you can add different people here, and you can present it to people directly like a presentation. So uh, that's something I thought of sharing with everyone so they can use it together. They can create system design or any software engineering solutions or any design, any particular design that you can think of. It has a lot of flexibility. So it is up to the user how they can make the best use of it. There are a lot of shapes. There are a lot of shapes, tools, and you can think of anything, circuit diagrams, anything that you can think of, which creates a very easy and very modern look. This is a very new and useful tool for that. You can create UI mockups. For example, if you want a particular mockup for a website, if you're building a mini project or a major project, if you want to create a basic layout of how you want your website to look and how you want it to uh, how what is the basic flow and how the user functionality is, where you want to keep which button, every particular detail is present here. UML diagrams, anything that you can think of, class diagram, state activity diagram, all are present in here. Venn diagrams, it creates very beautiful Venn diagrams, and yeah, for example, timelines, anything that you can think of are present here. Network infrastructure, so all the tools and little how should I put it, logos or shapes are present here, so that you can create good and scalable and collaborative approach towards it, so everyone can come together and do it. If you share it with the respective people, and they can also add it in real time, so you don't have to worry about saving or storing. Everything is stored in code in cloud, so you can download it and you can worry about it. You don't have to worry about it at all. So yeah, this is another tool that I thought, it will add value, and it helps in creating a collaborative solution. And yeah, coming back to the PPT. Yes, this is about Lucid Chart. And next is basically called Bubble. It's similar to creating a basically collaborative tool. It is also a collaborative tool, but this particular tool focuses on creating mind maps, or basically creating a particular flow, or if you're working on a very large scale project, like for example a major project, and there are a lot of things, there are a lot of resources to be considered, there are a lot of people who want to take a look at it. So creating a mind map, or basically a idea or a development path of how to approach it and how the development path is going on, this is another application which is free to use. So I'll share how it is present and how it can be used. So yeah, this is another website. This is a demo basically. So it is similar to creating creating charts and something like that, but it has different features, like I said. And this is also collaborative. You can come together and you can download this, and you can add different people who want to come together and who want to who want to edit this particular mind map. So it has basic functionalities, but this is also another interesting tool that I thought of sharing. Like I said, there's a share button always, so you can share it. I'm using a demo version, so if you log in to use all particular features that are there, definitely it will be very helpful for creating projects or mind maps. That will be helpful in creating different development paths and how to approach the solution. This is also web browser based, so you don't have to worry about where your solution is stored and how it should be managed and everything. Everything is taken care of by them. And coming back to the presentation, yeah. So this is Bubble. Like I said, for each tool that I'm explaining right now, all the links that are required are present here, and the video will be available. I'll share the PDF later, so you can explore. It is up to your wish. If you any particular tool is of interest for you, you can explore it later. This is another interesting tool which is useful, which has a lot more functionalities than you can think of. It's basically a whiteboard, but whiteboard functionalities are present already. But this particular tool is dedicated to that. You can store, you can collaborate, you can add features, you can vote, and lot more features and functionalities are present in this. It is called Lucid Spark. This is similar to Lucid Chat. It's another idea or another tool that I have released recently due to the virtual scenario that we are in. And this particular tool has a lot more functionality than you can think of. It gives a lot more flexibility, a lot more collaborative tools and features that you can use to create some very, very nice solutions. So let me share you this one as well. One second. Okay. So yeah, this is a small demo of what is going on, how you can build different things. Like I said, many people can come together and they can comment, they can add their review, they can create timers so that they can work fastly. So there will be a vote timer, or you can add your vote, you can add your opinion towards it. And there's always it's a very organized platform, so you can worry about it. You don't have to worry about it exactly, so you can just use it, and it's very clean and it's a good user design. It's free for personal users. Like I said, if you want for enterprises, it's gonna cost, but it's free if you use it for personal or a small scale community. And there's a trial version for this as well. You can create up to 5 to 10 uh, sheets or whiteboards that you can think of. So let me show you how it actually works. So this is basically the particular dashboard, or basically the whiteboard present, so different people can come together and they can edit it together. So these are some tools that you can think of. One is timer. So you can keep a 2-minute timer or 3-minute timer, so that there will be a sense of urgency so that they can complete it together. So there will be some time of timer, so by 10 minutes you have to complete this particular feature, by 10 minutes you have to add all the resources. So that's one thing. And then you can have voting feature. If a particular idea is shared by anyone, different people can vote and their name won't be shown. It is anonymously done, so that they can everyone knows, okay, this is the group idea, so they won't have to blame anyone. They won't have to say, okay, this person is trying to sabotage me, this person is trying to take over or something. Everything is anonymous, so everyone can see, okay, uh, the group's opinion is this idea is good, so let's move forward with it, and let's take that approach instead of what we thought before. So that's another thing. And like I said, it has the share option, which lets you share it with other people. You can add their email, or you can create a shareable link like Google Drive or Google document file. It's similar to that shareable link. Anyone with that link can come and they can edit it here. So yeah, it's similar to that, and it has a lot of features here. You can create sticky notes. It's the user interface and the design, everything is uh, very modern. You can use it as per your requirement. So yeah, I thought of sharing this tool as well. It's basically as per your requirement. You can think of, okay, deadline is by 5, and others can come here and they can edit it together. So I can't show the real life uh, working of this, but this is how it is done, and this is how you can, you know, build a good group project or a good group assignment together. This is a very nice tool for that. Like I said, you can share it, you can chat here. If you want, you can add some comments here, and you can see how to use it and everything. And yeah, you can, if you want, you can add some notes. Okay, this particular is for some particular subject assignment or something, for some project or something. So as per your requirement, you can add and you can do different things. And this is also, like I said, this is saved in cloud, so you don't have to worry about storage, losing your data or anything. That's something very useful. So 1 second. Yesterday and today, okay, will do. So yeah, this is another interesting tool that I thought of sharing. It's called Lucid Spark. You can go and log in and see what you want. There are definitely a lot more features than I said, and it is scalable. A lot more people can use it, and it's up to your creativity how you want to use this tool. Yes, this is another tool that I thought of sharing, and okay, let me go back to the presentation. 1 second. Yeah. So this is about Lucid Spark. It's a virtual whiteboard basically, but for groups, and has more interesting features that can be used to create a good development approach. And coming to the other thing which is very much required is pair programming or live editing. So these tools are, which I'm talking right now, are very much focused towards programming or coding. For example, if you want to see different students come together and let them code together. So this particular tool, for example, these extensions that I'm talking about are on top of particular very famous IDEs that you can think of. This one in particular is for VS Code, which Visual Studio Code. So it's a live share option, so you can see that it's a feature in itself. So it's an extension that you have to install. Most people don't know about it and they don't use it, but this is something very useful. This virtually you can remotely basically pair program with another person. So two students or two particular individuals can come together and they can do pair programming. They can see how they're editing together, how their logical approaches, and they can see, okay, maybe another efficient way to do it is like this, and they can add comments and everything you can think of, and the development process will definitely be more productive and more easy than the normal things. So this is something that I wanted to share. Let me show you the website as well, how this works. This is based on IDE. So if you have the Visual Studio IDE, then only it's going to work. It is on top of that. 1 minute. So yeah, like I said, a small name appears on top of your code, and that person is basically editing here. Amanda Silver is editing her code. So yeah, if you have this extension, you can add, you can say, okay, this person is editing live, and you can see, okay, what is going on. And you don't have to show video, you don't have to share screen like I'm doing right now. It is inbuilt in the IDE. So it's basically who is online, they can come and see, okay, this is how other people are coding and how we can add different features to it and everything. This is another little feature which I thought for assignments or for collaborating between students, it would be very helpful. It's a little feature, but it's very helpful. They don't have to talk, they don't have to think about it. They can add little comments and they can share the logic there itself, and other person can say, okay, hey, this is better than what I thought, but let's go with this approach. And that's how it's going to work. I have shared the link for this as well. Sorry about that. Mm, yeah, so this is about Visual Studio live share option, and definitely I would suggest to use it if you're using Visual Code. Visual Studio Code is the one of the leading IDEs that you can use. And if you don't use Visual Studio, or if you use Sublime Text, for example, there is also a package called Remote Collab extension, which is on top of Sublime. This also provides similar functionality like the live share option that I've said right now. So if you are interested in creating things, this can be used. Uh, right, and Code Share is another platform that I thought of sharing, which is useful. This is a web-based, so you don't have to have any IDE or any particular software installed. It is done on uh, web, so you don't have to worry about other things. So this is about that. So we can directly come together and you can say, okay, you're working, and you can basically work together remotely. It's purely web-based, so that is an added advantage on top of this. And yeah, this is the last tool that I wanted to share, that is called Kahoot. I don't know if you've heard it before. It's basically a game-based learning platform. So you can create a remote quiz or some kind of thing where students can create some quizzes or anything, and they can create some interesting questions and they can answer it in a very fun way. And the platform is very unique and very user-friendly. So I thought of sharing this as well. So if you wanted to use, it can be used in mobile phone or any way that you can think of. So Kahoot, it's called Kahoot, and it's a very useful platform. uh, Say for example, this is an example question that I created. So there's basically a picture of a fruit here, and there are different options. So if a student is interested, okay, avocado, is it avocado, or is it kiwi, or is it dragon fruit, or is it mini fruit, mint fruit? Basically there are four options, and it can be based on your approach. You can always edit it. So here it is an avocado. If I zoom it and if I take it here, it will be a little bit difficult for them to see. So based on your questions or how you want to approach, you can create these fun quizzes or fun